Okay, we're back. This is it. We're going to do what Scarlet Witch could not. Get the word of set. We just did that. And break this wall.
The father of serpents is smiling.
Journal page. Lilith's journal. 1610. That's a long time ago. That's way back in Transia. My sister tells me it can be helpful to ink one's thoughts onto page. That this is how she sorts through the chaos in her mind, and that it may help me as well. But what do I say here? Is this the appropriate space to direct my yearnings for a normal life? Every time that I pass through East Transia to visit the markets, I envy the men and women living in complete ignorance of the supernatural swirling around them. Their greatest threat is whether or not they can supply and sell enough goods. I spend my days and nights plagued with nightmares of the darkest evils. The life of a blood, huh? I don't think this actually can be cleansed. See?
There's only so much Hippus can do.
Now these are very, very valuable mushrooms, the black trumpets. Some of our more valuable combat items will require them eventually when we get those recipes.
If his help was warranted, Hippus would provide.
Every step of the way, I'm going to be checking.
There must not be anything here.
See if there's anything to read. No. There'll be a lot of journal pages. This is from 1689. Lilith. I spend too much time wondering about mortal life. At least that is what Sarah tells me. What is it like to fall in love, grow a family, enjoy carefree afternoons in the country watching the children bound through the fields? Simpler, that I know for certain. Sarah and I spend our days and nights doing our sacred duties as blood descendants, and she tells me that I should be proud of our work to keep the people of this world safe, to enjoy their simpler lives. But what if I want to live a simpler life? What if... could I?
Sarah?
Of all the things you weren't expecting, finding me here had to be near the top of the list.
Have you been following me?
On the contrary, kiddo, I think it's you that's been following in my footsteps. Speaking of which, have you been enjoying the trials? I'm not sure how you found your way down that path, but you've obviously impressed the gods, just like your mother and I did.
You are being much calmer than I expected about all this.
You aren't the first member of your family to sneak away and attempt the trials. I remember raising more than a few eyebrows on my run.
This from the favored daughter of Oshter?
Really?
I always respected Oshter, especially compared to some of her siblings.
And my mother?
I think she saw something of herself in Autumn, but she was never one to flatter the gods.
She seems to have no issue kneeling to Chthon.
Is that really what you believe, Hunter?
I cannot say.
At least you've kept an open mind. I'm not sure I would have.
I have tried to remain neutral until I know more.
If you've come this far, then there's really no point in hiding it anymore.
This place, sealed and hidden away beneath my mother's garden. This was you again. Something else you wanted to lock away.
Would you believe it's because I've been a stubborn old woman for far too many centuries?
Yes.
This may be difficult to understand given what you've been told, how you were raised. But your mother isn't the bastion of evil the world knows her to be.
Yes, I know she was not the mother of demons when she was with my father.
There's more to it than that. I told you of her work to find a cure for his illness. There was nothing she could do, and when he passed, she accepted his fate. But then, the corruption came for you.
I was sick? I do not remember that at all.
I'm not surprised, given the cure.
And that you were an infant.
You were so young, so vulnerable. Lilith was inconsolable. If she had been desperate to heal your father, she was now completely unhinged when it came to curing you.
But she did find a way.
We had thought to bury it in this place forever, safe from not just the greedy eyes of petty men like Shaw, but from ourselves.
The Darkhold.
Yes, and sensing your mother's desperation, the damn thing called out to her. There within its pages, Lilith found a way to protect her child, straight from the Great Shadow himself, Cthon. And as payment, she pledged her eternal devotion to him, reborn as the mother of demons.
She gave herself to Cthon for me?
You were her only child, and she loved you more than anything else in this world. In her mind, it was no sacrifice at all. You were all that mattered.
And you still let me believe she was a monster?
For your protection, I only let you see her as she is now.
But what she became...
What she became, I barely recognized. She may have been your mother, but there was no way she could be your mother ever again.
And so you cast her out?
She was weakened from the transition. Some part of her soul still struggling with the corruption infecting her, I suppose. I knew I would only have the moment, and so I struck, drove her from the Abbey. From you. It was the only way I could protect you. In my mind and in my heart, I believed that the Lilith I knew would have done the same.
But then she came back.
Yes, it took her years, but she finally returned. Of course, by then, she had become something far different. The rest, as you know, is history. Until now. I thought by sealing this place, by avoiding the truth, that it would somehow make all of this easier. But I also knew someday we would have this conversation.
I need time to think about all of this.
I know it's a lot to consider. I don't expect you to take everything I've said at face value.
Thank you for finally sharing the truth, Sarah.
Thank you for listening, kiddo.
Another blade storm. Now this is the situation with this, with these, chests. The one on the right is supposed to have the ancestral suit. And there's a problem with the, game. I don't know when it started, or if it ever really worked, but people are using these workarounds, like mods and such, to get the suit. I actually put a ticket in to see if there's a legit way.
You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Lilith's Journal, 1689. What a remarkable day. We've received correspondence from America, specifically a small town called Salem, While it is a tragedy that these witches are enduring, a madman that calls himself Hiram Shah appears to be causing quite a stir among the magically gifted. Sarah has great plan to help them. We've sent the Knights of Wundagore off to provide them a moon seal. If only I could have gone myself. If only just to experience something new. Of course, eventually they brought the whole grounds over. So... Sarah and I have done something truly amazing. We have moved the Abbey from Transia to a town called Salem in North America. To move something of that size and history across seas. I honestly wasn't sure it was even possible, and yet here we are, no longer hiding in the shadow of Wundagore Mountain. I'm optimistic. I know that we still have work to do here, but I can't help my curiosity. It is so completely different here. Many new people to meet and learn from. My sister tells me that my spirit is too free, but I simply don't think that's possible. Okay. I also have something over here, but I don't think that's gonna matter. See?
He hears me, but has no answers.
Okay. So this one gives me a legendary blueprint and some massive essence. This is going to give me nothing. Take note. I'm going to make some screenshots for my ticket. Nothing. See? So that's the thing about this. It's supposed to give you a special suit, and you don't get it.
You're welcome to spend as much time here as you like, Hunter. I haven't been down here in ages. Maybe you'll find something among your mother's things. I'm almost getting used to seeing you on your feet again. Almost.
Autumn thinks otherwise.
Now, here comes the fun part. Oh, another faded journal page. From 1691. Shaw has increased his efforts as of late, and his cruelty makes my heart ache. To hang or burn another human being? Perhaps this is what Sarah wanted to shield me from all those years ago. Where I saw mortal joy, she could only see the darkness. I am grateful for the men and women of this town that reject Shaw's cruelty, and I do think that I have found some friends. Are you ready? Are you ready? I know I am. Uh-huh.
Set is in good humor today.
Nothing else. But that's going
Autumn does not answer.
We'll take that to the standing stones. Either it'll work or it won't. If it doesn't, I may have a workaround I got, because last time I had a problem. The first time I didn't have any DLCs or anything special, and it worked fine. There's a rumor that the DLC is creating a bug, so the code doesn't work. Well,
I hadn't intended on eavesdropping, dear, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with Sarah.
Did you know about my mother?
Sarah was never any more forthcoming about Lilith with me than she has been with you. She must have felt it was safer to keep both of us in the dark.
At the cost of a great deal of pain and suffering.
You don't have to tell me, dear. Had I known what Sarah was hiding, maybe I wouldn't have pushed Wanda as hard as I did.
And to say nothing of what this did to you.
It may sound ridiculous, but if someone had to end up this way, I'm glad it was me. Can you imagine what a nightmare Sarah would be as a poltergeist?
Yeah.
That is true. We may have had another terror stalking the grounds had things gone differently.
And despite everything, I have to say, I'm glad we were able to spend this bit of extra time together, Hunter.
I enjoyed it too, Agatha.
I'm glad, dear. But there are still more secrets to discover, if you're interested.
Oh, yeah.
More still? How will I know where to find them?
Oh, I'd say some combination of dumb luck and persistence? But in all seriousness, with Set's blessing, you'll be able to break down all sorts of things, I imagine. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Just have fun, dear.
Fun? Well, yes, fun. Huh, yeah. It's gonna be a long night. I'm telling you right now. First of all, the previous place we were at was, and by the way, this breaking this gets you very close to the Abbey. We've been doing this roundabout method on the map, but to get these through, you can find a lot of
Set regards
connection.
no obstacles.
Misty Moors. So this is pretty much the same place we were at before. Ooh. The devil, Diamond Hellstrom, son of Satan, is a vision of power as he stands before flames, hungrily grinning at the chest of unknown treasures. This card represents the ego and greed, as well as temptation. Gonna be chock full of reagents. Journal of Hiram Shaw, 1692. I am pleased to admit that the coven has been eliminated. Deemed guilty by myself and my congregation, we did what was necessary to pave the way for a brighter future. Now I must turn my attentions to the women of that cursed transient abbey. Perhaps there is a chance that I could draw Lilith out and share my truth. If there is any chance that she would listen, I must try. Okay.
Set is a temperamental god.
Hunter's Journal, August 1710. Agatha and Sarah have collared me like a dog, like a beast. This wart around my neck, they say it is for my own protection. I should believe them. I do, truly, but I cannot help these feelings of betrayal, as if they fear me, like they fear the darkness that is always creeping in the shadows. Perhaps I have some of that darkness within me, and that is what they fear. Perhaps I should fear it, too. But what if the darkness that hunts us from far is also hunting me from within? You know when stuff is stuck in the walls like this? That you really need to open it up.
Set revels in his blessing.
More.
Nothing can stand in his way.
Well, this just takes us back around to the Garden of Envy. Okay. Well, you know, there's other stuff over here that also got blocked. Something as simple as a little spot over here. For sure. When it looks like that, that's perfect for this.
Set revels in his blessing.
I have a key.
He sees our path.
And I see over there a roll-up of masterwork. The Flower Girl. So you don't have to have just tacky pictures of your hero friends. You could also have some legendary, some classic culture. I think this is done too. This was coming out of it. There's another one. Hunter's Journal, 1710. Sarah is not my mother, and she never will be. Yet she treats me like a child, and I can hardly stand it. When my power grows, Agatha tries to help me learn to manage it. She has taught me spells to protect myself and those I love, but Sarah just makes me feel guilty and afraid. Why should I fear something that comes so natural to my body as breathing? Birds do not fear the power of flight, and a bear would not apologize for its teeth. Why should I hold back? Ah, teens. I think there is also something over here. Oh, I guess not. All right.
Set must not be listening today.
I thought there was something in that area. I might be mistaken. But I know what's over here. I told you about it. The Devil's Den.
Nothing can stand in his way.
The Devil's Den will not show up on the map, but this is a particularly valuable place. I think we may have another Midnight Sun tribute thing here. This is where you get a lot of the black trumpet mushrooms. Lilith's Journal, November 1694. Without Gregor, I'm empty. What is the purpose in fighting against evil when something so simple as sickness can take away my only joy in this world? I worry that I could lose the child that I carry within my womb. So many lives lost in the village, so little hope to be found. Hiram Shaw and a select few of his followers appear to be immune, or perhaps he is the one that has released this sentence upon the people of Salem. A little bit of both. Anne Stevens, Salem Common member. That's 3 of 6. Here we go. Our final one. Now we got them all.
The final resting place of Yelena Nikovich. She was accused of sorcery as a child and left to fend for herself. A familiar story.
So we've got all 4 Midnight Suns. I guess they're actually tombs. A resting place. And we also got, this is where I was where I was painting with Storm last run through. So we've got the Foggy Teeth is a new haven. And that is for painting. As I say, painting a polar bear in a snowstorm. May Richards. The skull of May Richards. Power still flows through the skull. The Lilith Journal. November 13th, 1694. I could take no longer. I fled into the night to confront Shaw. He has been sealed away forever. If there was a man inside of him once, it was no longer. The Darkhold took away any humanity that had remained long ago. And now, I have it. I have that cursed scroll. If only I had moved quicker on him. My dear Gregor would still... Perhaps there may be an answer here within this powerful page. Perhaps there may be some good that could come of this power. Gloss. Hiram Shah Journal, 1689, around the same time. I will admit that I was fearful when the idea first came to me, but Cthulhu's gentle push, I knew it was the right thing to do. So I've designated a hanging tree for those that seek to oppose us. There is only room in Salem for those seeking the truth, those who are good and those who listen carefully to what I share. We cannot tolerate those afflicted with darkness, and they must be purged. And there is nothing here to break, that I can tell you. If it's rocks and it's at the edge of a place, then you know that it's Diviner's Journal, another recipe book. Ah, these are good. Cursed Effigy is one of those ones I like a lot. And a legendary gift. To the uninitiated, the pages of this small volume appear out of order. Oh, that's going to be nice. Lilith's Journal, November 1694. I fear I will lose this baby. I find myself in this dark chamber beneath ground, unable to fight away the sickness that ravages my body. I thought that I could find hope within the Darkhold's magic, but I worry it is too late for me, for my child. Could there be a future where we see the light again? And a masterwork. Oh wow, that's a book of mumbo jumbo. Sorry, I gotta take a picture of this one. Okay, looking carefully. Another journal page. Hunter's Journal, September 1710. I have warmed to the collar that I wear. Sarah and Agatha have taught me how to use it as a channel, a means to harness the wildness of my powers into something controlled, something that I can really put to use. It feels like my lessons have shifted. No more hypotheticals or talking through scenarios, but instead more practical training, sparring even. There is a brief look of surprise on Sarah's face whenever I best her, and I savor those moments, though they are rare, for now. So we piece together, not necessarily in chronological order, everybody's lives here and what happened leading up to everything that matters today. I see another pile of bones. Margaret Adams. Her power is still felt even today. Getting towards the end of this. Is there anything on this side? No, nothing. I was sure somewhere in this area was a place to break open. Like, you know, like a little nook or something. Maybe it's on this side. And I thought it was a very unusual nook, as a matter of fact. So really... and being nighttime, it should be much more easy to get to them. I really thought there was something right there. I know there's something over here. That's not what I'm thinking of. Because I know this has been waiting, this little thing here.
Set is in good humor today.
Nope, that's not a gift. I can't pinch it. Yeah, I don't know. There's something... There is a thing down here, an area I simply have not hit. I thought not this. I thought we had a... And I thought it was over there. Am I wrong? Maybe it's this straight area here. I don't think so, though. I don't think it was right up against any of these. No.
He does not seem interested in breaking that.
They insist this is not it.
Set is a temperamental god.
We've already opened. There are more things. Oh, maybe I'm thinking, oh, there's another hangout. Look at that. Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. This is the area I'm thinking of. It's right here. Stone pyramid.
Intriguing.
Black pyramid of arcane stone crafted by the Sisters of the Coven. solves it. When you go something that's a mystery and it gives you a chest, open it right away. That solves the mystery. Okay, another haven. The Stony Crossing. Well, it's only stony because I blew up the the block. So we've been through all this before. Judgment. The souls lost to Galactus' destruction reach out for the lingering hope of rebirth. Whether on their own world or beyond, this card represents awakening and forgiveness, as well as truthful self-reflection. You only have 3 more. Journal of Hiram Shaw, 1689. For how long has this great stone abbey overlooked my quaint church? I cannot remember its presence, and yet it is here as if it has always stood. Perhaps I have forgotten it. Truly, my mind seems to play tricks on me these days, no doubt a side effect of the great power of Cthulhu that I have become a conduit for, and yet these women that have appeared alongside it, newcomers and clearly outsiders of Salem, they will be investigated.
The Father of Serpents is smiling.
Look how close we are to the Abbey. I'm not ready to go there yet. I got more stuff to look around. So you can see Misty Moors is sort of like between the Garden of Envy and Lilith's garden. Show you where it is in relation. There's stuff to break open in this area too, of course. See, I think Robbie's thing is in this area too. Isn't Robbie's Hell Ride? See? And that takes you to that whole spot over down there. So that's where it takes you out here. So you can go that close to the Abbey from all the stuff we've pursued. Our good old oyster mushrooms. But this isn't the only places to look for things. Well, I'm not gonna break down the Abbey for anybody.
Set has decided not to.
Okay. Streamer's Descent. We have something there too.
Set regards no obstacles.
We have another mystery. The Disturbed Grave.
Charlie would not have done this, but someone or something dug up this grave.
Well, given that there's a lantern there, I definitely am sure it's not Charlie. The Magician. Dr. Doom holds his goblet in one hand and offers a glimpse of the perpetual nature of things in the other. This card represents possibility and determination as well as focus. No, it doesn't, but you do you.
The son of Gaia approves.
Skeletal remains. These bones were taken from their proper burial ground. Methinks they should go into their proper burial ground.
That is something.
I'll take them credits and I'll take that mystery solved. Said it was going to be a big night. It is a big night. Now, we do have a sealed area here at the very end. I don't think there's anything else hidden. Could be wrong. Could have forgotten. But this leads up to something else as well. And as I recall, they have spider flowers. You can see the red over there, see? In the crack. So this leads
Set is in good humor today.
leads us to a place called Gideon's Cross.
Autumn shuffled away.
Suspected witch Sarah Ho. Interrogation record. Drowning was not enough. The Inquisition felt they needed a device to carry out their work in a more efficient manner. The mechanism was tested in great length on this suspect. Now where else is a good place? Beyond the altar.
Set revels in his blessing.
Interrogation record of Elizabeth Smith. Such humiliation, being led into town square and put on display like an animal. Still, she revealed nothing of the Coven's efforts. There's stuff on the other side too. The Fool. Deadpool leaps from a building's edge before the night sky, grinning with pride. This card represents individuality and adventure, but can also mean irresponsibility and naivete. Spelled wrong.
Interesting.
Makeshift altar, a dark ritual site used to channel dark and corruptive magics. Well, if that's true... Okay.
Hippus does not seem to agree.
Maybe I gotta orient myself properly. Ah! Okay, that did it. That did it on that end. Sometimes you gotta stand the right way, just like you have to pronounce things a certain way. That's one of the things that Stark always says. Oh, well, Dr. Strange likes to hear the sound of his voice. You have to usually enunciate or speak or sing or emphasize in a certain manner certain types of spells. And that's the right way to do those sometimes. Okay. Gain a counter at mission start. We got a combat bonus. Took us getting all the way over here for it. Let's see what we have. So we got all the way up there. There's another haven I see up ahead. Hunter's Journal, July 1712. Agatha explained to us a ritual in her coven for witches that come of age and master their powers. It wasn't a ritual we were able to emulate in full, but we tried. And it made me feel very proud of how far I've come. Even Sarah seemed to let her guard down for a short time and enjoy herself. It almost felt like a party. A very small, very intimate, quiet party. But a party. Tonight under the full moon, and with what remains of my family, I became the hunter. Now my destiny calls me to fight. Okay, so I've got all my hunter journals. And it gave me some other stuff. I don't know if they were cosmetics, they went so fast. But when I see the video, I could slow that down and see exactly. Okay, this Lilith's journal, January 2nd, 1692. It's a brand new year, and yet I do not feel hopeful. I'm drowning in my melancholy. The poor women that had sent for our help, I'm so afraid that we will not be able to deliver them from their torment. This man, Hiram Shaw, is truly a vessel of evil. Whether he was before he found that cursed scroll, I cannot say, but now there is no hope for his soul. I wish that we could undo the lives taken. We need just one more of hers, huh? Again, I have to be at a good distance or something. The moist oaks. Oh, I can't wait to sit in the moist oaks. This is where I get turned wrong way around, right? There's so much to explore in this area. A caretaker's cookbook. Okay. A blessed relic is also good to have. And apparently colors for my battle wear. And another classic piece of work. The interrogation record of Anne Stevens, bound to the rack and beyond the point of normal human tolerance, assuredly an unrepentant witch. Wish we could see. But I don't remember finding anything in the dark of any place. Here's the last one of these. May Richards. Interrogation record. The witch May Richards provided little information despite prolonged interrogation using all available means. Her crimes were confirmed by eyewitness testimony rather than confession. Done. Oh, okay. I can have a skull head if I want for my outfits. Well, you know what happens when it doesn't work and it's right there.
Autumn reveals all.
Before I go back there, I'm going to check over here. I think we've seen everything here. I wanted to be sure. Obviously.
Set regards no obstacles.
I can get my wolves bane. This takes me where? Ah.
If it were meant to be broken, Set would gladly assist.
Guess not. Nothing.
Autumn must not see it that way.
And we have one more set of skulls, I think, somewhere.
Nothing can stand in his way.
The Journal of Hiram Shah, 1694. We are but a mere speck in the cosmos. Kafan ever waiting, ever watching. He controls all. I have been his plaything all along, and now he taunts me as I wither in this darkness. Damned by the Sisters of Transia, death grant me freedom. He found too late what he really got involved with. And nothing happened here? Oh, there it is. Ooh, this is the kind of battlefield scanner we like. Draw 4 cards. Yes. Yes, please. If you don't think I'm taking that to our big battle to save the Sanctum, you are very mistaken. So... see, that leads right into this. Where they have... this is the place that has the deadly nightshades. And this is something to break on this behind the statue to get to the rest of the cavern.
The father of serpents is smiling.
Don't let this fool you. There are things here too. It's funny that they give you, if you're new, it gives you the means to upgrade your, the hunter's, special, card, Blade Storm, because it basically lets you, it gives you a copy of Blade Storm. It also gives you, this knight gives you a copy of a legendary blueprint, so it allows you to do that. We've done that already. We could use the blueprint for something else. I don't know if there's anything to open around here, to be honest. Think there's nothing we haven't already seen, because there was a journal, an obscure journal page, but I think we picked it up already. It was right on the side here, so I think knowing that I already took it when I first did this. I may have an ulterior motive for coming here. I gotta dig up my screenshots. See if it works. If it doesn't, I also know a workaround. So let's see what I can do. Let me get my snaps. Hold on. I'm gonna have to maneuver my file explorer for that. Okay, so the latest picture has glyphs. The first looks like somebody vaulting. What's this one? Second one looks like mountain. Next one is like an upside down moon. Like somebody's lifting a moon. Another one looks like a kooky looking boat. And then one more is, looks like someone weightlifting in front of a pyramid. It works! Yes! Wow, no bug today. We're done. And we're done. When it's done, all the icons show the same. That means you've completed it. And last but not least, another missing result. Done. And credits, which we like. What kind of night is this? Let's assume it's a new moon because I'm not seeing anything. Oh, it's a waning moon, okay. Now. Some spots here that are begging. So let's do something about that. Didn't say it wasn't going to be chock full today. Okay, well we know this area, but there's something here to open.
Set revels in his blessing.
Sometimes you'll find in one of these nooks a black trumpet mushroom. So it's something. Another vessel. Fractured apothecary vessel. This vessel has seen better days. So we should see more of those. Wow, I've never been too close to pick up a reagent before.
Nothing can stand in his way.
It's another area. Now remember what we do with these.
Clever. I wonder if there are more rings nearby.
That might be. Ooh, we're being rewarded with 3 black trumpets. Rarer than anything. Another vessel. Murky apothecary vessel, an innocent victim of the witch trials. Two men contemplating the moon. Journal of Hiram Shaw. Forgive me, Father, for my sights wander, though I find myself drifting further and further from my beloved wife into my work. I did not expect my heart would lead me astray as my mind does, and to such a wretch as Lilith. I should curse the ground upon her feet, and yet I cannot help but fantasize about the power we would share if she were by my side. We could align our causes and seek out the remaining Darkhold pages together. We would be unstoppable. Well, there's only one of those left for him, too, huh? Here. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Well, you know what to do here.
If it was here, Autumn would show me.
Sorry about that. I have to go to the little lock to unleash it.
Autumn be praised.
There it is. Whole new area. That completes all these. The fairy rings are done.
Cantankerous, these fairies.
They're not really a fairy ring, but they're calling it a fairy ring. There was a description in one of the documents or books in the library about what a real fairy ring looked like. Okay, well, we've got some discovering to do and some stuff to pick. Bonita Still Life. The Journal of Hiram Shaw. The witches that oppose me appear to have powerful friends from afar. I am grateful for the young village boy that has been my eyes these last weeks, trailing them. A group of cloaked figures met with the witches beneath the cover of darkness and bestowed upon them some artifact. Even the boy could sense its power. Of course, the cloaked figures are the Knights of Wundagore, giving them their moon seal. Even the boy could sense its power, and he is not of the blessed like myself. I am increasing my efforts, and I have already convinced the people of Salem that these witches are a formidable threat, worthy only of the hanging tree. Alright. So that's done. No more Hiram Shaw journals. Apothecary vessel once held the remains of an innocent victim of the witch trials. There's only one more. Oh, look. We got something for that.
Blessings of Hippus.
You never know. Ah, the final vessel. The weathered apothecary vessel, the last remains of a falsely accused witch. Yeah, that's what it looks like from up here, the Devil's Den. So how close everything is. I mean, we just got here from Agatha's altar, so it shows you how close everything is connected. Just surprised they didn't see any black trumpets. They usually are in this area. Another time. They're a random thing in this area. And they don't grow back very quickly, like other things do. I don't think there's anything one can break open in these areas, to be perfectly honest. Wow, that's a lot of stuff, huh? We've been through all over the place. Is there anything I'm missing? I'm trying to remember. Was there any part of a fence or something that I just missed through my earlier travels that I knew I was going to need something? I think we found a tarot card here. And that's the other thing when we get to those other spots. Now, something like Waning Moon, we have all the words of power, but we don't have all the artifacts either. So, let me take a look. I have a little guide that I put together myself. You can get all dramatic and call it a grimoire. I don't know. Did it say a waning moon? That would be a book to open. Do we really need any keys at this point, though? Yeah, this is the book. We have a lot of books. Oh, really? You're not gonna let us? Okay, be that way.
I doubt a blood sacrifice is what they had in mind.
Oh, we don't have a book anymore. We have 4 bowls. Oh. Not today. I mean, you could do that. You just get a little something, but you don't get anything to write home about. I mean, I know there's some nooks in the wall, like we opened a nook that we saw in Dreamer's Descent. And I'm sure there are these little things along the wall that need to be opened. Ooh. Great. I don't know how many masterworks. I have to check and see. Maybe I'm forgetting that. Remember, we don't want to break down the walls of the Abbey. That's not it. Over there's the Hell Ride area. And there's... I don't know what that is. Stone Terrace or something. Or Dreamer's Descent, probably, towards the Stone Terrace. I don't think there's anything in the Stone Terrace itself, but that could certainly wait for another time. Oh, another one of these. Evening in the Woods. Any place you could find something like this, you might find a crack in a wall that you need to open. So I don't see that, so I'll just go around this. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here. I've done that in my past ones, big bold hill of rocks. There's nothing in it. There's nothing in the hill of rocks. Let's see what we have. Past that, no. I think we did a lot of opening and a lot of discoveries today. Could be wrong.
He does not seem interested in breaking that.
Yeah, there's nothing over here. I don't think there's anything we haven't already broken that was breakable. I'm trying to think. My memory, I don't remember anything around here. We should give this our attention. Also, now that all of them are here, I'm going to read off to you the various members of the original the original Midnight Suns. Jeremiah Kane.
I see.
Jeremiah Kane was the spirit of vengeance, the breaker of chains.
Fascinating.
Will Walker, son of this land. Let's assume this was the equivalent of Blade.
What is this?
Yelena Nikovich believed the best and made it so. And that would be Ilyana's.
Curious.
Endra Moore, our fighter, our heart. Nico. So that's the original Midnight Suns. Let's make sure there are no mushrooms, because on the eve of a great battle, you want to make sure that everything's clear, so I'm not tempted to stray on my way to the teleporter. There's definitely nothing here we can get, I don't think, anyway. I certainly have never found anything in the past. And this we've already been to. That's where they had the witch warren. And that's Agatha's altar. And that leads to that, but that doesn't break. That's a naturally occurring. And after all this, I sure could go for a taco. I think I did pretty well for an all-Abbey opening event. Now, as I recall, there may have been something to read. Everybody's still here, like nothing happened. I only spent half the night here. You guys are still awake.
Our forces are coming together into something quite powerful. It seems you are the key, Hunter.
There is my ferocious Charlie girl.
Yeah, I know. I already said hi to her in the library earlier, but you know, never hurts. I dids it. I done dids it. This is now closed because everything was solved. It's not to say we're missing any, not missing any documentation. We probably are. Mythica Zoologica, Witches and Familiars. To those true students of mystical fauna, the commonly repeated lore that a familiar is in any way subservient to their witch is as frustrating as it is incorrect. The relationship between a witch and their familiar is more akin to a partnership. Indeed, many times the familiar is the more powerful of the two. The most common form that a familiar takes is that of a black house cat, and if a familiar allows itself to be found by anyone other than their witch, that can be a great boon indeed. Remember always to show great respect to the familiar when found. However, their wills are often as capricious as the cat's from when they take their outward appearance. Okay, so there's nothing new here tonight, only that one document. And one more. Thank you for the credits. We want all those credits, friends. You know, it only costs 10 credits the first time, but if you don't like that, mod and you do it again, it costs more and more and more and more and more. And sometimes it can take, some people say, oh, well,
Venom ain't gonna know what hit him.
Venom's not gonna know what hit him.
you guys both saying the same thing? That is totally creepy. Fact is, sometimes to get the mod you want, for instance, a lot of the skill abilities can be made free. That's nice. Sometimes it's great to have a lot of extra heroism. For instance, the one I made for Hunter that I have, I could show you, that we use Deadly Ground. Instead of giving 2, it gives 4. And something like Doctor Strange has Crimson Bands of Satorak. It doesn't cost a card play. It does have heroism. These have heroism, but they don't cost a card play. And that's nice. Something like Agamotto's Gaze. This one gives 4. I wouldn't mind if one of these gave, say for instance, free. So it's really great to do that. Like for Astral Meditation, perfect, free. Vapors of Valtor, no, but it does cure. So it heals and cures whoever he puts it on. So if somebody's injured and somebody's being targeted, or somebody is corrupted and they're being targeted, he puts that on, they disappear, they're not going to be attacked, and the cure goes away, the injury goes away, the vulnerability goes away. So those are the things you look for. They can take anywhere from the first time to the 9th time to the 12th time. So each successive mod that you put on the same card will cost more and more and more essence and credits. So that's what that means. Now I have, if you saw a lap dissolve, because I have resumed this stream because I took notes of where some of the final things I need are located, and we can get the rest of those things. I certainly would like to do that. There's one I could just kick myself. It was something I couldn't find last time, and it was in the same place. See, he's unhappy that he dumped venom down a steeple into and hit by a bell. So I guess he's kind of getting out that aggravation. This really surprises me. Don't remember where exactly the Bloodgate was. I guess this is the Bloodgate for Oshtor. I forgot. It is in the most obvious place that one wouldn't look. There's like... Yeah, I think it's in the main hall. Here. There's a thing right on the side back here that you don't even pay attention to. Well, I thought so. Here it is. And that's our final journal page for Wanda. February 13th, 2020. Agatha was just as surprised as I was when it happened. Those shrines out in the grounds, the blood magic, you're not supposed to walk right in there. But once again, well, here we are. She told me not to worry. But how can I not worry? Trying to gain the blessing of Oshtur without facing her trial. I didn't even know what I was looking for, really. Just some way I could help. Whatever, at least now I can get into Magic's room when she locks me out. So, she actually got an Elder God word, Wanda. But that's the end of that. Ooh, do I want to have red eye color? I don't know if I'm ready for that. Now, that was one. What else do I have in my notes? Oh yes, bones. I have an idea on where the bones are. Goodness. I also have an idea of where the tarot cards are. That's interesting. I have the last thingy of bones. Oh, and there's also one more of Lilith. A final Lilith entry. It's here and working one's way down. It should be, see where my cursor is? It should be right in this general area, according to what I had left. Okay, so I think this is the Misty Moors. Looks very misty, very Moorish. According to this, it would be somewhere up in this area. Well, do you see another, am I missing something in the way of a, okay, of an epic chest. So it actually is further down here. It should be around here, according to this. I'm not seeing that unless it's inside that thing. I know it's not this. Oh, maybe it is this. Okay. Lilith's journal, November 1694. Something is happening to me. Is this the price that I must pay for what I've done? My mind races, consumed by a spiraling darkness. Even my body appears to be changing right before my eyes, and this dark power seeps out of me, bubbling up like oil from the earth. Have I made a mistake? And yet, when the babe's tiny fingers curl around mine, I am reminded I did the right thing. So that's the end of Lilith's journal. I'm getting a lot of solid, interesting palettes. The question is, are these being applied to all the different outfits or just certain outfits? And if it's going to be the ancestral outfit, will I ever see that? That's a good question. I have more questions to ask before I do anything like using mods, and whenever I post on places in social media for the game, I don't get a straight answer. You know, as somebody who actually spent about 30 years in customer service for websites and apps and other technical things, you have to be very, very basic. And a lot of people who are programmers and such are not good with communicating to people who are not familiar with the same genre. Once I have a perspective of it, I'm good, but I need that basic understanding, and I don't get it from anybody. In fact, most people just ignore it because they think everybody should think automatically like them, and that's not how it works. And that's how actually my career worked, because I was very good at helping people who were not savvy become savvy and be able to do little tweaks for themselves in the future instead of every single little thing contacting support. So that was my unusual gift. Okay. The bones of Martha Richards. We had May Richards, but there's a Martha Richards. Is beside the easternmost, near a rare chest in Garden of Envy. So when I go to that garden, wrong direction. Well, easy enough because it's exactly where our starting point is. Go right here. Right? And it would be somewhere in this vicinity I'm pointing. So somewhere in this area. I see something glowing over here. That could be it. And that is it. Martha Richards. We got her. Skull of Martha Richards. A skull still glowing with the essence of magic. And that's completed. Whole face prop of a specter. And a key. Skulls belonging to members of the Salem Coven. Okay, the last thing that I need to get are 2 tarot cards. One's in Dreamer Descent. And one is on somewhere north of the first Bloodgate. So if we look at the map, this is the Bloodgate. It'd be somewhere in this area. So it's not in the main drag. The shop is over here, right? And the Bloodgate, you come out of it and go. So it's not coming out of the Bloodgate. You know, when you come out of this Bloodgate, it's like a large step. You come out of that and jump down. This is on the from it. So let's see what that's like. Alright, so somewhere up this way is a tarot card. I wonder where one would find it on this way. Let me see the map and where we are. It does show there's some kind of road here. So somewhere around this area should be a tarot deck. At least that's the impression I got. There it is! The sun. Johnny Storm leaps into the sky and blazes bright, showcasing his exceptional power with extreme control. This card represents an abundance of energy as well as optimism and joy. Okay, one more, and that's in Dreamer's Descent. See, for the most part, we discovered all these things ourselves. But, you know, having things to look up, I don't think there's a problem with that. I think I did most of it myself anyway, so I'm kind of proud. Now, somewhere here in this area, let's see what we're looking at. It just says to the right of the epic chest, which we had right there. But where? Where do you find something like that? I mean, it's not up here. Maybe it's up there? I don't know. You know what? I also kind of got the impression it was on that bridge. Like, you know, what we saw on the left side was a chest, and on the right side was one of Hunter's dolls. That it was possible that one of those... I'm not looking at it right here. Does that make sense? I don't know how to get to that from here. It's not in the same... It's not in this area here. Where is that spot? It was outside of this area, I thought. No, that's the stone terrace. I thought it was more in this direction. That's it. So apparently on the side where we saw the doll should also have a tarot card. I'm not seeing it. So obviously it's not here. But is it right below it? On the ground? So that's easy enough to get down there for it. Well, for normal people, just not me. So, where here would I find it? And it's still in Dreamer's Descent, so it wouldn't be in there. So what do we have around in this area? See, this is where you would expect to see it. If it's not up there, it would be down here. And I'm not seeing anything resembling a card. Maybe I just need more info. But that's the one that was missing. There's something around here. And no, this is not something that gets revealed, and nothing that gets broken as far as I'm aware. That is supporting the bridge. So there's nothing that takes you up anywhere either. You know, we do have things with steps that go up, but not in this place. So I'm not seeing this based on the map I saw. And that was the one that was missing, so... Certainly don't see anything over here. And we've been through this quite a while. Eh. Is there anything around here, maybe? It wouldn't be here. This would be south of it, as far as I know. And it would be glowing anyway. So I do not see anything resembling another tarot card. So I'm going to have to get more specific on exactly where this thing would be. I just know that it was right of that. And it was not, it looked to be where that structure was. It's certainly not back here. We've looked everywhere here for everything. Oh, you know what? I just realized we never opened this up. Okay.
Set revels in his blessing.
I found it! Let me get these out. We got another haven. Another moist area for you humidity fans and fans of the word moist. Here we go, the tower. Interesting card. I'd like to see what they say, but the tower is a card that, you know, when you're in a rut, it's a comfortable rut, but it's not a good place to be, and maybe it takes a real upheaval, but after it's done, you're in a better place. That's what the tower is. The 35-story Baxter building is pummeled by a strong storm facing heavy winds and lightning strikes. This card represents lost chaos and a sudden change in one's reality. But it usually is for the better. Okay, so we got mysterious tarot cards found through the Abbey and its grounds. Done. It didn't say what we were to get for it, but we did get them, and it's finished. And another place to get those red spiral lilies. So I can't believe I forgot that. Well, you know, that's all it took. So here we go. Oh, wrong one. That's gonna take us to Stone Terrace. I'm gonna take me home. This is gonna get, this was appended to my, my Abbey, stream, so this is, like, part 1.5. So, I'm gonna take this to the end of the day. The next morning is gonna be a big one. I think it's time we did the deed, and went to rescue this, go to rescue the sanctum. Let's make sure we have the right suit for it. I did change to a classic suit. Alright. Now, who's going to be in this thing? It's going to be me. It's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be like this anyway. My face is going to not be... You know what? It's going to be at the right time. It's going to be like this. But I'm going to still go up, and for the most part, I'm not a whole face prop person. And there we go. Still goes, still works. And do I like that? Yes, I do like that. Now what I'm gonna do, see, is there a change in eye colors? More options I have? Apparently I now have... which I could do. Oh, there's a nice glowing eye right here. That is nice. See, that is what I wanted in my original one, and I did not have. What's my default? That's my default? Nah. Can't be. I think this is my default. But if I can be... No, not that. See, this is closer to what looks mystical. Looks mystical, looks unusual, glows with an inner power. I still want it on the gray side because I should look like I'm related to Lilith. I know what she looks like, so I think that's good for now. I understand we have Gamma. I'm not a Gamma. None of these are paler than this, though. So we stick with this. I don't know what the roots color look like. It could have been the other way around if they did it. Well, I could have done that too, I suppose. I like what I've got for now. Still has that. Still looks pretty ethereal. I haven't really decided on stuff, but I think for now this is good. Except the army boots. I guess there's, I didn't even think about it. It might be earrings or something. It'd be kind of cool. I never even thought of that. Maybe they have like earrings or something. These must be what these are, right? Nope. You mean you guys don't have like earrings for these characters? What's that about? I do know some characters got new stuff, didn't they? In clothing? Didn't Iron Man get like new casual stuff? Not everybody looks good in that. And what about the colors we were looking at? Well, I could worry about that after. Now, the other people who are going to be at this is going to be Blade. I don't know if there's anything different I want to do for that. Him without glasses? Really? I thought don't touch the shades. So that's what I have now for him. Do we put him back in a classic one? I like the classic one. But yeah. Captain Marvel's gonna be in it. Oh, it looks like she's got something casual. Huh, cute. It's got a Ms. look to it. I didn't mean to say cute. I'm saying it's cute angle. I know where it comes from. Okay, so we've got this. We've got this. We put her into this, which I liked. I like the hair on this. I still like that, so we'll keep with that. Peter Parker's in this. You know me, I like the classic. I like the classics because he's not still with us because he, you know, there were plot situations where something changed, but for the most part, this is as legendary as Superman or Captain America or even the purple and green of the Hulk. They're okay. This is already eye-rolling because everybody else does it. That's why I don't do it. I don't need to do that if everyone else is doing it. But this, yeah, I always say that if it had blue with red, I think I would have liked that better. So I'm gonna stick with that. And Doctor Strange. He's got a different passive. What are you talking about? Why did they say that? I don't know. You know, it looks interesting. To be honest, if they did it right, they wouldn't have, you know, this stuff back here. He would always have a cloak. The cloak, they've been trying to pass the cloak off as a cosmetic thing, that he's like Liberace or something, but the cloak is a functional part of his outfit. And he wears it because it serves him, and it's like a sentient partner. It's not because he's obsessed with wearing them for a fashion statement. So I don't know why they got that. So this should also have, you know, not just one for this, but these should all have basically the same cloak, because it is that cloak. And before that, he had another cloak as part of his outfit, and then he did away with it when he got this one. He didn't go back and forth and accessorize based on his mood. So okay, he's done. I'm gonna give him his classic one this time around. And let's make sure his astral meditation is there. Agamotto's gaze. Everything I want to put for him is here. So I think everybody's really set for that. I think it's more of a question of getting the right combat items. You know what? Let's wait till tomorrow, because we're going to be getting in the morning combat item that I really, really want, and they're going to give it to us, and we're going to put it in there. We may only have 2 things to use, but this is going to be so valuable if we can give it to a massive foes that are targeting one hero, and use anything to take them out, and we get refunds and go that much longer. And of course, when that's done, with Doctor Strange there, God willing he has it out, we can use astral meditation, get them back. So anyway, that done, it's time to say goodnight to the hunter, and tomorrow is the big day for them, for everybody. In fact, you know, if it weren't Game Plus, they would erroneously have DLC characters there. That's what happened last time, and everybody said they had the same thing. When the heroes see the mission heroes off, the DLCs are there, even if you never started them. How they get on the Abbey grounds, I don't know. Anyway, take care. Till next time.